Good evening, sir.
Thank you for. We're happy for having you here once more.
It's my pleasure.
Okay. My name is Enoita, and I'm the founder and CEO of KTS Mobility. We're a tech company that provides transportation for kids to school. We operate a platform that aggregates vehicles from schools and transporters, such that we provide safe, reliable, and comfortable transportation to school in Cameroon. My question, or what I want us to talk about, is about accessibility, inclusion, and diversity. I've listened to you since you took the podium, and I would like to know your vision concerning the women. Because technology, what comes to mind is mostly men. It's a male-dominated domain, but there are a lot of women who are also doing great stuff in Cameroon right now. I can state a few of them, like Mrs. Rebecca Enunchong, doing great stuff for the community in the ecosystem, as well as other women. And also, we have marginalized regions in Cameroon. I'd like to also to know your take on those regions, as far as technology and access to digital services are concerned. Thank you.
As far as
technology and access to digital services are concerned. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Yes. Accessibility, inclusion, and diversity. What about women? I've said so many times that I don't, as far as development, creativity, entrepreneurship, and so on and so forth, and work as a whole is concerned, in my mind, I see no difference between a man and a woman. For me, absolutely. I've been very clear, crystal clear on that since many years. Maybe because I have daughters, but I see no difference. I never understand why. For instance, if we take the wages, a man should be earning more money than a woman doing the same job. Frankly speaking, I don't understand this discrimination. So for me, when I talk of technology, I see technology as something, the ownership of technology is not only for men, it's for any Cameroonian citizens, including, and maybe first and foremost, the women. I see women doing everything a man can do. So, indeed, we have something to do in our country to fill the gap between men and women, because due to our probably due to our culture, our customs, and so on and so forth, people make a lot of difference between the two. But being in a country where more than 50% of population is women, it will be really something I cannot contemplate making any difference between them. It means that you will put more than 50% of your population out of the game and out of the picture. And what do you expect at the end? So for me, we'll do what it takes to give women their chance and to close the gap. We know that basically in the southern regions of our country, things have improved, but concerning the northern part of the country, we still have a long way to go. But we have to sensitize parents. Basically, I know that religious factor might play some role or a key role in those regions, but we see, for instance, Muslim countries, women going to work, participating in the creation, invention, and so on and so forth. And we can also see the difference in our own society between women who have been able to go to school and those who did not have a chance to do so. So it means that it's a pedagogic something. We have to go and advocate and explain and convince population, and especially in those three regions, that let your girls go to school. Maybe if we want to secure to bring more security for them, let us think of that. But don't prevent them to go to school, because it is a loss for you and it is a loss for the country, the whole country. So yes, when I talk of technology, I talk to all Cameroonian citizens, including women. Now, if we have specific actions to take to allow our women to be full part of the project of what we are going to do, yes, I'm open to that. I'm ready to take whatever is necessary to do so. And I don't want to talk politics here, but I've been saying that if women do not involve themselves, for instance, in the political parties or in the field, they will not be elected. They will be there as spectators to clap the hand when men pass. Yes, that's it. But if you want to play a role, I've been saying this. Should we be able to present as women as we need, I will guarantee that we will make sure that at least 30%, due to the current situation, but in the future 50%, but for now 30% at least of our MPs or our mayors are women, provided that they are available. Because sometimes you would like to involve them, but they are not available. They shy away, maybe due to their husbands or to their parents, and to maybe they don't feel concerned enough with the public life. We have a long history back, and where women were, go look after children, go to plantation and so on. It's not your task to go there. But we have to change the pattern. So if you have some good ideas, I'm open to that.
Okay.
I'm really hot. I will buy them. As I really want to include that in the final version of my program.
Okay.
Yes. What can we do for the marginalized regions? This is a very important task and a big challenge ahead of us. I understand by marginalized regions the two English-speaking regions of Cameroon, and at least minimum two regions of the three regions of the northern part of the country, and more especially the far north.
Yeah.
I have the chance to go around the country, and I know what is the situation on the ground. Concerning the two English-speaking regions of our country, with the war that has been raging in these two regions for the past 8 years, I've been saying 2017, 2018, that as soon as we are in position to rule the country, and I repeat it here, my first trip out of the capital will be in the English-speaking regions. I want to bring a message of peace and cool down the heart of people. We made a mistake as a country. We should acknowledge the fact that it was a mistake, and that the situation was not properly handled. And the only way to do that is to go there. If you are the ruler of the country, to go there by yourself. No one can tell me that if the head of state of this country want to go in the northwest and southwest region, we cannot secure this. In fact, if you talk to people, including those who are in the field now fighting, including that time has come to make peace in this country, they will welcome you. So that's the starting point, because you cannot go there and construct the villages that were destroyed, where you have not carried on a message of hope and peace. We start with that, and we will rebuild. This is my commitment in front of you and in front of the nation. We'll rebuild all the villages that were destroyed by the war. We owe them. This minimum we can do, because when I look at that, at our people who are spread out the country in different towns and cities and villages in Cameroon because they were running, escaping the war, I think that something must be done, and we shall do it as a nation. Yes, now the political aspect I will not elaborate it here, but this is my commitment. The villages will be rebuilt with the involvement of the population themselves, because it's for them to tell you we can rebuild here, we can do this, we can do that. They should be fully involved in it, and not that we will send some few civil servants from Yaoundé to go there and make their own money, but we can do better than that. That's my first point. And see, because if we don't take that problem seriously, we will face hardship in the future. We have a whole generation. We are losing a whole generation of young Cameroonians who are not able to go to school. And yes, I think it's something, I'm very sensitive to that. And I've been trying to make my voice heard, to be loud on that. But sometimes you try to help, but you are combated by people coming from the very region with disaster. But that's the public life. So we will try to catch up. And concerning the far north, I've said in the previous gathering or meeting that this will be a priority for the first, let's say, 100 days, if I'm president, is to make sure that to secure population along the Logan River to avoid the flood. Because every year we have the flood. We know the origin, the cause of that. It's like we are just armless. And I think some years back the head of state even asked the Génie Militaire the year after some people to go and build a dam. I don't see, is it so difficult to build a dam in the country? No, we need to secure and that people will not be victim of the floods anymore. And from there, we'll see what have been abandoned. Because for the past 30 to 40 years, yes, these regions were really abandoned. We need to bring back some economic life in those regions. Whether agriculture, and in fact, it's not desert. It's just that there is, in certain period of time during the year, there is lack of water. Yeah. But just because we only count on the rain. But how do you solve the problem if you only count on the rain and you have the rain for 3 months or 3 to 4 months a year?
And that's where technology has a very
exactly
to play.
Exactly. So you will help out with technology, even to secure the rainwater, to
predict the climate.
Exactly. So yes, we'll bring them back in the process of the development of our country, both regions. It's painful to see a whole region, which the two regions, Northwest and Southwest, are amongst the most fertile regions of the Cameroon, where you find hard-working people, and yet now they are starving and they cannot even contribute to the public finances, because the Prime Minister himself signed a decree or an arrêté say that the Northwest and Southwest cannot pay taxes anymore because yes, there is a disaster. You acknowledge the fact that there is a serious problem there, but we are not tackling the cause of the hardship. So, but for the three northern regions of the country is rather simple, because you take a region like Adamawa region. There is no reason why Adamawa region is just a paradise. If you have been able to visit the region, they raise cattle, and I think it's maybe amongst, if not the number one of cattle raising in Cameroon. And for agriculture, you cannot just imagine. So why is it that people are suffering in such a region? And you can move to the northern part of Cameroon. It's a region you can produce you have plantation of cashew plantation, for instance. Côte d'Ivoire has become a number one, but 10 or 20 years before, Côte d'Ivoire produced a very little quantity of cashew nuts. But now they are number one. So why should our people be suffering in a region we can produce such crop? And you move in the far north, cotton. Cotton is, the region is really suitable for the production of cotton, but they are doing it, but we can do more. And I don't see why from the cotton produced in that region we cannot have industry. Yes,
add value, develop the value chain.
Exactly, to add value to the production. Why should be SICAM is here in Douala? But okay, let's SICAM in Douala, but you can still create more industries in those regions to transform the cotton. Maybe you heard of Benin, which will be contributing in the production of the shirt for the World Cup. Yes, the Benin, from his cotton after transformation, has been selected by FIFA as one of the countries will produce the shirts for the players. The same cotton we produce in Cameroon. The only difference is being that our own will be export, as a raw material, and that they are transforming it. So I think there are lots of things we can do. And I was talking of creating a university for science and technology, and I see one covering that region. I see one covering English-speaking region. I see one covering. That's why I say four. There are 3 or 4 in my mind. Sound at at the forefront of the research and education and training in science and technology. These are some few ideas I can throw on the table.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.